There's loads of video game characters out there that people would claim are hard, but most of them are spoilt twats who had their powers handed to them, like Kratos. Yeah, he murdered his family by accident to get them, but he whines about it for 500 games. I'm talking about proper hard people here, like Ross Kemp or Phil Mitchell, the kinds of people Danny Dyer would make documentaries about, but in video game form. So let's count down these hard cunts. Number 5, Kazuma Kiryu. Kiryu is not only hard, but a top bloke. There's loads of hard people out there who think they have to prove it all the time by causing trouble, often referred to as arseholes. But Kiryu isn't like that. He tries to talk down conflicts sometimes and seems to have a heart, but when he has no choice but to defend himself, he's a one-man wrecking ball. He doesn't fuck about when he scraps. He will make sure you're down for the count using whatever he can. Walls, bikes, urinals, even a traffic cone can be used by him to smash someone's face in. He's the type of bloke who you would love to go for a pint with and be safe with the knowledge that if it kicks off, he will somehow take out the whole pub with a beer mat or something. Number 4, Chris Redfield. Do you know anyone who can punch a massive boulder out of his way? If you do, you should do everything you can to maintain that relationship. Obviously Chris didn't get into the punching phase until Resi 5, which is when you can say he became proper hard. But he was hard before that, I'd argue. I mean, going through all that stuff in the Spencer mansion in Resi 1, got mauled by mutant frogs, zombies, spiders, and having to put up with Rebecca. It takes an hard bloke to do that. And later on in life, Chris's approach to killing haunting monsters is to just twat them really hard. Now personally, I wouldn't want to get anywhere near one of those things. I mean, surely bullets and grenades would be more effective. But Chris doesn't give a fuck. He punches them so hard they just disintegrate on the ground. Now that's a proper hard cunt. Number 3, Isaac Clarke. This is a case of a person not looking physically hard, but definitely is. It's similar to Chris in that he went through some harrowing stuff many times and survived through grit, determination and intelligence. He used engineering tools to carve up some terrifying things that would just scare the piss out of most normal people. He gets slashed, stabbed, battered and that weird eye surgery thing, but still carries on, and that very manly and aggressive stomp he does on the necromorphs never gets old. Using the pint example again, I can imagine knocking over Isaac's and him giving me the most terrifying death stare. Fuck, I'll leave him alone, I think. He looks like he'd eat my face off. Number 2, the boss, or the Joy, whatever you want to call her. Plenty of hard characters in the Metal Gear Solid series, but we have got to have a female in here somewhere, and the Joy is proper hard, mate. Not only is she the originator of the Special Forces all over the world, which as we know is full of hard cunts, she took part in D-Day while fully pregnant, started giving birth on the beach under all that shelling and machine gun fire, and had to perform a C-section on herself because she was shot in the stomach. How hardcore is that? That's something a metal band would write a song about. Not only that, she easily batters Snake, her son figure, also an hard cunt, breaking about every bone in his body and betraying her country because she was ordered to. Not only is she physically hard, she's mentally hard as well. Number 1, Pyramid Head. Now I know at the start I said characters who had powers handed to them wouldn't be on the list, which you could argue Pyramid Head did, but he doesn't really. He's just a big bloke with a sword who likes doing some mad shagging. And I know some of you will say he's not that hard. James hides in a closet and shoots him a couple of times and he runs away. But all good generals know when to retreat. He doesn't mess about when he kills someone as well. In the film he rips that poor woman's skin off, maybe a tactic to strike fear into his enemies. Let's face it, if you knocked over Pyramid Head's pint in the pub, you'd be slowly backing away looking for Kiryu to smash a stool over his head. Kiryu would go to smash the stool over his head, Pyramid Head would take it like a champ, then rip Kiryu's skeleton out of his arsehole, and you and the rest of your mates would be out the door. So there, Pyramid Head would batter everyone on this list, and if you disagree with me, I will scrap you.
Oh, breaking the